You ever wonder why Hot Cheetos are so addicting? That spicy, cheesy, fiery red crunch that hooks you from the first bite. Well, here's the thing. It's not just the flavor or the crunch that makes these snacks so irresistible. The real secret? It's the color. Yeah, that intense red powder coating your fingers in neon glow is doing a lot more than just looking cool. Let's talk about Red 40. If you've never heard of it, Red 40 is a synthetic food dye used in all kinds of processed foods in the US, from sodas to candies, and of course, those iconic Hot Cheetos. But here's the wild part. While Red 40 is common in the US, it's actually banned or restricted in countries like the UK, France, Germany, and Norway. These places took one look at Red 40 and said, yeah, no thanks, we're good. But why? What's the big deal with Red 40? Well, studies have shown it can affect your brain and behavior. We're talking hyperactivity, mood swings, and even aggression, especially in kids. That's why countries have banned it or slapped warning labels on foods that contain it. They don't want their people consuming something that could mess with their brains. Now, the US. Nope, we're still all in. Sprinkling Red 40 into just about everything. But here's where it gets crazy. What if Red 40 is doing more than just making people a little hyper or aggressive? What if it's playing a much bigger role in American culture, something we've totally overlooked? Let's take a step back. America is known for a lot of things: freedom, innovation, fast food, and Hollywood. But there's something else. The US has a serious problem with mass shootings. It's not just an issue, it's a crisis. And while there are many reasons for this, like gun laws, mental health, and social pressures, could the food we eat play a part too? Sounds nuts, right? But stay with me. Red 40 has been linked to aggression, and it's in a ton of the foods Americans eat every day. What if this constant exposure to a chemical known to affect behavior is doing more than we realize? Imagine millions of people consuming foods with Red 40 every single day, getting just a little more aggressive with each bite. Add that to a society already full of stress, competition, and pressure, and it's like adding fuel to the fire. Now, let's bring in the science. In one study, the Center for Science in the Public Interest found that Red 40 and other artificial dyes were linked to hyperactivity in kids, even those without ADHD. In fact, the European Union requires warning labels on foods containing Red 40 for this exact reason. So, if we know Red 40 can affect kids, why wouldn't it affect adults too, especially when consumed over long periods? But wait, it's not just about mass shootings or aggression. What if Red 40 also fuels America's competitive edge? Think about it. The US dominates in business, tech, entertainment, and sports. We push the limits. We're ambitious, sometimes even ruthless in our pursuit of success. Could a little bit of extra aggression from Red 40 be part of that drive? Could our snack choices be influencing our culture in ways we've never even thought about? Let's face it. America loves processed food. We're talking fast food joints on every corner, shelves packed with snacks, and meals designed for convenience. And what's in those foods? You guessed it, Red 40. It's everywhere. Fruit snacks, sodas, cake mixes, sports drinks, even some cereals. So, when you think about it, Americans are consuming Red 40 from a very young age, often daily. Over time, those little doses add up. And if they're affecting our behavior, who's to say they're not shaping our society in ways we haven't even considered? Let's break it down with an example. Picture a kid growing up in the US, snacking on foods with Red 40 almost every day. They're hyper at school, impulsive, maybe a little aggressive. Now imagine a kid in France, where Red 40 is banned. Their snacks don't have artificial dyes. They're calmer, more focused. Over time, those small differences could add up to big cultural shifts. Here's the thing. Studies show that countries banning Red 40 have seen a decrease in issues like hyperactivity and aggression. Meanwhile, in the US, these problems are still on the rise. Is it a coincidence? Maybe. But it's definitely worth thinking about. Now here's the real kicker. While other countries have said, nope, We don't want Red 40 in our food, the US has doubled down. We're not just eating it, we're marketing it to kids. We're making those colorful, bright, artificially dyed snacks look fun and appealing. It's like we've accepted this chemical as a part of our culture. So, what does all of this mean? Should we be blaming Hot Cheetos for all of America's problems? No, not really. But it does make you think, doesn't it? Could something as small as a food dye be contributing to much bigger issues? Could Red 40 be one piece of the puzzle when it comes to aggression, hyperactivity, and maybe even mass violence in the US? Next time you reach for that bag of Hot Cheetos, you might think twice about what's really in them. Or maybe you'll keep eating. Let's face it, they're hard to resist. But remember, what you eat doesn't just fuel your body, it could be affecting your mind. And maybe even shaping the culture around you. So, what do you think? Is Red 40 playing a bigger role in American aggression and competitiveness? Or is it just a crazy theory? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and while you're at it, smash that like button if this made you think twice. And hey, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. We've got a lot more content coming your way, diving into the everyday things you never knew could be so complicated. Thanks for watching.